there's an exciting Baptist history in Indiana, and got the privilege to be at a church for several days in Laurel, Indiana, not too far from where we're at right here, which is a little area just outside of the town of Brookville, Indiana, and got the opportunity to stop by here, the Little Cedar Grove Baptist Church, and it's notable in Indiana Baptist history. It is the oldest church, Baptist church, still standing on its original foundation. And so this church building was built all the way back in 1812. So it's not the first Baptist church in Indiana. That apparently was a church in Lawrenceburg. Lawrenceburg is about 26 miles from here, right on the Ohio River, just across from Cincinnati. And so in those early 1800s, that was the first area that the Baptists moved into in the southeast corner here of the state of Indiana. And then a few years later, up north in Indiana, we have the great Baptist Isaac McCoy getting into the Fort Wayne area. And really, both areas were highly populated by American Indians at that time. And so with that in mind, the Little Cedar Grove Baptist Church constructed their building with that in mind. So over here, as we walk around to the front of the building, now years ago there was a church cemetery that was kept intact. Most of the graves are now kind of hard to see, but what you can see is up top here on the second floor of the church building are several openings. Looks like about 6 openings there, and those were rifle openings so that the church members from the second floor in the building there, the balcony area, could defend the church if the need arose from the uprising of Indians and such in the area at that time. And so we're going back here over 200 years ago, and it's great that this church is actually open to the public. We'll go in just a second and show you the inside of it. But back to that First Baptist Church in Lawrenceburg, that's a blessing that the man that started that church, Dr. Ferris, was also a state senator, but he started that church in 1807 and pastored it for 50 years till 1857. So the early Baptists in Indiana certainly did this work by faith, and it was not an easy time, but we're grateful for the pioneering spirit for those in churches like this in other parts of the state as the gospel moved into the state from Ohio way and headed west across the state. So we'll take a look inside, show you a little bit what that looks like. We're inside the Little Cedar Grove Baptist Church right here, and you can see a beautiful look at what the church looked like at the time. The pulpit area here, beneath the pulpit was a big pit, so that's where they would put the fuel, the logs, the coal, in order to keep people warm in the wintertime. I'm guessing the pastor did not have to tell the people to keep their coats on during the cold winters here near Brookville. But the pulpit area is raised a little bit because here the preacher could speak to those on the lower floor as well as into the balcony area that you see up top there. So it's just a blessing to have this place restored from 1812 and get a sense of what coming to a church auditorium would have been like in those days. And so when we took a look outside of the building, I mentioned that on the second floor there were those rifle openings. Of course now those openings are covered over, but it would be from this balcony area that there were 6 openings where the church members would come with a Bible and their rifle to church and would be ready to defend the people inside the church building from the potential attack from unrest among the American Indians that lived in this area at that time. So Little Cedar Grove Baptist Church, 1812, it was founded, and we still have this building intact, the oldest Baptist church in the state of Indiana, still on its original foundation.